boot camp hobbies. Hopefully you've gone through some of those videos. Um, I've been when I talked about doing it in live time, it's live data. So as we see, we have a stage 4 decline here in the S&P. So, what do we do with that? For me, I mean, it's not a big deal. Market moves down. That's what it does. So the market goes in 4 stages. So if you understand that, a down move doesn't mean you have to sell. Could be. That could be the plan. But a down move could be your opportunity to build a nice size position. So if you have a stock and through research you think it's going higher, because most of the time markets go higher, a sell-off could be used as a way of accumulating more shares. And so if we understand the pattern and we understand when the sell-off stops, it starts to move sideways, the histogram will go the other way, right? So if this is the S&P 500, let me back it out here. And here's the last sell-off, right? Wasn't that big right there. And so now we got another one underway. So we assume it's going to come to at least here. I mean, it could easily come back down to the 200. That's what we're hoping for. We really want it to come further than that. So that in my short position, I could take some off here, ride the rest down, maybe take a little more off here in preparation for this. And so when it finally turns and the market goes higher, it's going to do this exact thing it did right here. Like this giant move here by the S&P when it moved up did the exact same thing that it did here. This is all indicators and graph, the charts. Charts are just the price of the day. So no one single day really matters. It's the cumulative, because the cumulative are what kick in the indicators. And so it takes days to cause a realignment of the moving averages. Look at this little downtrend. It took a minute to get them going, right? And so now it's headed down. The reason, so if I get short, it's really just a hedge. Like I anticipate it ain't going to go that far. Market's going to turn. It's going to turn back up. I don't want to be super weighted to the downside, but I do want to trade it because, well, it's going down. And I want to acknowledge it so that I know it's going down. Okay, that means some of my stocks are going to go down. So what do I want to do? Like I want to buy a bunch more DraftKings, but it's not time yet. It's not time. DKNG. Remember we talked about this? That box just wasn't good enough for me. I really want to see a box. And the reason over here I wasn't so quick to jump on this, the stock has a habit of building these long sideways. It's not going to run away without you, okay? And the other reason I wasn't overly excited to jump in on this little pause we had. One, we only had one up day, and then 2 red days, and then 1 up day, but that's kind of starting to build a box. And then we had another one. It's all still on the other side of the 5-day moving average, meaning none of the movement was big enough to even get above the average price of the last 5 days. Like that's just not strong. And the market was rolling over. So I talk about the SPY being the wind. That's the wind in the sails, man. If the S&P 500's rolling over, most stocks are going to have a hard time going up. Very few stocks are going to go up when the market's going down. Not day to day, but when the general direction or the trend has changed, you're going to have a hard time with stocks going up. Good companies will come down. Now, what you do with that piece of information is the good ones, the ones you like. Now you know, okay, cool, they're coming down. I need to get my money ready, or I need to get ready and try to catch them when they stop falling, right? Like IRM is one I want to add to my buy and hold. I got to keep an eye on this. I don't know how long it's going to go, but it's in a sell signal right here. If you look at those moving averages, look, they're all pointing down. Price below the 20, everything's headed down. Down, down, down. So there's no reason for me to run up in here. Maybe right around the 26 level it holds. But if that breaks, the next level down is 24 if you're using the money flow. See, when a level breaks, I assume it goes to the next level. I don't know. I just make that assumption, see? Then the next one will be down here. So I want to buy this in my buy and hold. But right now we're in a stage 4 decline. I don't want to buy day 1 of the decline. Shit, it might come way down here and I get it a hell of a lot cheaper, right? So as we watch, we get to wait and see. Remember, Intel got smashed. I said, don't buy. Why? 10% rule. Never buy a stock that fell more than 10% in a single session. Even if it's at support. Why would I have a rule like this? It doesn't work 100% of the time. This game is not about 100% of the time. The game is about edges. Meaning most of the time that I do it, it works. And if I do it if it's something that works a lot of the time, if I do it all of the time, then most of the time it'll work in my favor. And that's all this is, a game of favors, man. I just need it to work most of the time. And so right here, would I add to Intel? Hell no. 3-day rule. Down, down, down. Look how much I saved myself, $3 a share. We're just waiting, just waiting. I'll wait, and eventually, guess what? When it stops, it's going to look just like it did over here. It's going to start to go sideways. It'll start to go sideways. The histogram will turn. Everything will roll. This game just plays out over and over and over and over, over and over. And when you're dead, they'll be playing this game, and it'll be playing over and over and over. And that's how it plays, man. Every breakout looks the same. So I got long yesterday, RMNI, which is, woo, big down day today. Doesn't surprise me. The market's moved. We got long over here, popped up, it's pulled back. Still bullish, right? So if I wanted to, I could add to this. It's moved above the 20. This is a penny stock. Some of these stocks can play even when the market's not in play. You'll have some that are going to play on their own just because they're kind of trading within their own little world, you know? So this is one I'll probably look to add to. I'm playing off of that base right there. Big pop yesterday, got in, and now it pulled back. I anticipate, let's see where the Dow is. Yeah, I mean, the Dow's down 600 points and going lower. So it's going to be hard for any stocks to work right now. So, you know, the Dow's probably going to come to here. If that doesn't hold, next level will be the 200. If that doesn't hold, the next level's like down here in 250. And as each level breaks, I assume it's going to the next one. Same rule with moving averages. And if you're in my boot camp here, we'll talk about this. When one moving average breaks, you assume it's going to the next. So if it breaks the 20, I kind of assume it's probably going to, the next one is the 200. I don't use the 50. Doesn't do much for me. And we'll see. So let's see. Where's Nokia? So Nokia stops right at that 20. Why do you think I use the 20? Look how these stocks hug it, man. Why? The 20 is the average price of the last month of trading. Look at it holding it right there. It's just sitting there at it. A little late now, bro. See, this is what happens to people, though. A lot of times they wait till the wrong time. They start selling stocks at the bottom and buying at the high. You'll have people doing the same. You hear me talk all the time about calling people dumbasses for buying when the RSI is green. Well, those same people will be selling when the RSI is red. Just can't take it anymore. They waited and waited and waited and waited. And then about down here, they can't take it anymore. About the time that I would be looking to buy, waiting for a bottom, they'll start to sell. You know, so once you understand this, once you can see this pattern, you know what's going to happen, sideways up. If this breaks, what? It's going to come down to maybe right in here. And if that breaks, you'll go to the next one. So we could use that information to our advantage, right? So if we think this stock is worth $5, if ultimately we think it's going to $5, you could cut it. Some I do, some I cut in half. Typically, when you see me cutting a stock or cutting it in half, there's something about it I don't like. or I don't trust the evaluation that it's worth more. Some of that just comes with experience, you know. Some of that just comes with reading up on the stock, man. Like, go read. Where's Codex? We added to that yesterday. This is, yeah, see, they're all getting hit, man. Yeah, and people are blaming on that election. I mean, whatever it could be. Yeah, you could make a case for Netflix here. See, the MACD started to turn. It's holding, just like it did here. You could definitely make a case for Netflix. I'd keep this buy small, because if it breaks, you know, it's going lower. No, we're not reducing position in, like, still in lift. No, I'm not reducing anything in Nokia. Nokia's going to $5. Some I'll reduce, some I won't. Facebook is breaking down. We're Square. Stage 4 declining Square. About time, man. Some of these stocks really needed to sell off, man. Let's see. I'm sorry about your internet connection, Mel. Mine's been pretty bad, too. Yep, Etsy's just holding there. BA, these are all coming down, man. Where's ET? Oof, brutal. MLPX. Yeah, man. Brutal. So, I mean, AL, that's holding just fine here. Snap is fine. Jeez, Lyft is getting smashed, dude. Space. Yeah, don't touch any of these, man. This is not a time to be buying. Look, I mean, this is still straight down. So it'll probably set up and hold up in here, but we need to see some sideways action. Got stopped out of Fang, man. Out of Fang. Out of Gush. Out of GWPH. ABMD. Yeah, these ABMD is holding up. This stock does not want to go down. And pay attention to that. Stocks that don't want to go down. Man, why are you trading Campbell's Soup, bro? Come on, man. Campbell's Soup ain't a trading stock. Let's see. If you're holding stocks and you're buy and hold, listen to the word buy and hold. You would hold them. You hold buy and holds into sell-offs, and you look to buy more. So I would leave Campbell's alone, and when it sets up like this and goes sideways, I'd start adding to it. You can't confuse the two, man. I try to explain this in my courses and books. You're either trading or you're fucking investing. You're not doing both, okay? Until you don't even need to ask that quick. Like, you need to be an investor or be a trader. If you start trading around your investments when you're not a winning trader, you're just gonna mess up your investments, man. So I would wait. I mean, for me, I see no reason to move in and out of Campbell's. It doesn't move enough. There's not enough movement here to make me want to do that. You know, there's a time to shave some if it runs up super high. Like I sold some Southern the other day. Why? Because it just ran up ridiculously high. Just to add to some new positions. But I'm not trading it, man. Thought on oil stocks. You should read my book, Jacob. By Exxon. Oil's in a stage 4 decline and looks to be going really, 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 really low, like back to $20. If this level breaks, dude, it's way down here. Well, maybe here. This is really bad for oil, dude. This is really, really bad for oil. Yeah, all oil-related stocks are going to get smashed. My man said LLNW's oversold. Let's see. Yeah, but don't touch that shit, man. It's going straight down, bro. Do not touch this stock. It's going straight down. You got to wait till it puts in a base and turns. Yeah, bro, we're out of GWPH. Broke support, man. Come back to it. Some stuff I'll hold into a sell-off, some I don't. Why? I need money at the bottom, right? You got to have some money at the bottom, so I gotta sell something. And you know, you want to sell your weakest ones, get out of Gush. That's a triple leverage fund. I don't want to be holding that into a sell-off. Got out of UPRO, right? We were long the S&P. Got out of UPRO and then got short. Now we're headed down. ET announced a dividend cut yesterday. Man, wake up, man. Wake up, man. You're over here bullshitting with your friends and dividend cuts are happening and now you're late. Better get your shit together. Stop looking at porn and start looking at stocks when you're on the internet. Just now figuring it out. Watching motorcycle videos. NEE looks good. Wow, look at this stock, man. This is crazy. Look at this stair stepping. Well, just did it there and there. Let's see. Yeah, their dividend is only 11% now. My goodness. How ridiculous. 11%. It's a great dividend. Whenever you have a stock that has a 20% dividend, I promise you the dividend's getting cut. All 20% dividends get cut. They don't stay 20%. It's not possible. The reason the price is low is because the smart people already know it's getting cut. So I don't know why that surprised anyone that they were cutting their dividend, but apparently it did. Yeah, man, everything is on a sell signal. The reason they cut it was to pay debt, which is a good thing. So probably going to close out some more of OPK if you haven't. I'm going to take this down to, I may just close it all out, all but a small position. Depending on where you draw the box, it's right there. I mean, you could wait to the bottom of that. Give this a little bit of room here. But everything's rolled over, man. Look, 5 days below the 10, below the 20. Everything's rolling over the opposite direction. Time to take your money and run. I don't know. I don't know NAE. It's a pretty strong looking stock though. Yeah, DVAX DVAX is going down. We cut DVAX in half the other day. I'm still down to a half position in DVAX. God bless, it's getting low. Yeah, we talked about SNE. That one looks good. Is it still going up? Look at that, dude. We had this one on the live the other day. And look where it stopped, man. Right there. I don't know where I would have had my line. I don't want to say I would have hit it at 82, but it'd have been real damn close. Good job, bro. Yeah, I saw GE popped real big. Yeah, it's doing good. Doing good. Yeah, I got out of Gus yesterday or the day before. Yesterday or the day before. Let's see. Groupon. Yeah, so Groupon's a no touch right now. You see how it broke the box here? I started to take a position yesterday, but with the SPY breaking down, there's no way this stock, well, I shouldn't say no way. It's unlikely this stock goes higher with the market coming down. But here's what you want to do. Keep an eye on this, because if it gets back in that box, that's super bullish. And the market's not going to stay down. So, get stopped out of win. I don't get stopped out in the morning, so it'll be later this afternoon before I close any of these. I don't do much in, God damn, if I could type W, let's look at win. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Fuck. It is what it is. Boy, it's right here at support, too. Getting busted out of all of these. Man, we ain't looking at no oil stocks. You already know the answer. Yeah, we should have got in that. I didn't get in that Sony. I was watching it, and I didn't get in it. I should have, man. So this is the reason you got to watch the S&P. Look at that. Busted. So in your buy and hold accounts, this is what's called a bread and butter trade. A large cap stock that pays dividends trading below the 200. I love these. This one's not set up just yet. It's not set up right just yet. Look, we only got one day, man, and we're still not quite on the extreme, so. Where's Raytheon? This one's on my buy and hold list. Looking to build this one up. I picked it up earlier in the year. Now we're coming down. So what do? I'm wait. I want this RSI on that extreme. So I'll show you for YouTube. We want the RSI on the extreme, ideally. Man, not much work in here. I know, man. I was watching Sony too, and I just got sidetracked. And I got a whole list of these here I was watching. Got another penny stock I'm watching here. Is it LIVX? I was watching this one, LIVX, penny stock, but analysts have like a $4 target on this thing. Not today, though. Let's see. WATT. Not today. Where's Apple? Damn. Apple has broke. Oh, shit. If this breaks, we're going downtown. Woo, it's picking up steam, too. So the inverse to this was what? SPXU. You see why we're buying the X. So the inverse and easiest way to short the market is to buy an inverse, which was right here. So that inverse trade is up 8%. It's 3 times the market. So like I bought just a regular size position. I want to say 700 or 800 shares. So that's up 300 or 400 or 500 bucks. So everything else will come down. This thing's going to roll up, and I'll treat it just like a stock. So this is running opposite of the market. So it's a way to short without having a margin account or going truly short. So we'll put it a stop there, you know, a limit stop. I'll look to sell some. We'll keep an eye on the RSI, just like always. And, you know, when this is one way instead of having, you know, you could always just sit on cash. That's fine. Bonds. I normally trade the TMF. The only reason I didn't, I just feel like it's just my gut talk and experience talking. The bonds are not working the way they should right now. I don't know why. I have a little bit of it. This is technically a stage 2 breakout. We'll see if it gets going. Instead of adding to my bond position, I just took a short position in the SPY, which was obviously the way to go. It's up 8%. So, yep, I agree with that too, bro. If you didn't look, you didn't lose money for sure. So just because something, what does he mean going short? Come on, man, you know what I mean, man. If I short the market, if you short a stock, when the stock goes down or the market goes down, you make money. You're trading the opposite side of the market. You got to be careful doing that. You only want to do that for a small portion. Yeah, if you're in BXRX, you need, you know, do what you need to do. I'm holding the shares that I have. I'm not going to sell at this low levels. No, you want to embrace the pain, man. Now's when you should go through and pick your favorite ones that you want to buy, right? Yeah, I got to figure out AGQ. I'm shocked on the gold here. I would have thought that would have went up. And it didn't. Gold has gone down. Jesus. So, AGQ. Got to figure out what we're going to do with that. God bless. It's going to have to close it, man. That sucks. Really thought gold was going to go up, man. You know, we had our pattern here. It's not. It's breaking down. I have to come back to it later. That's all you can do. Is gold a good long-term hold? No. Everybody's buying crypto. Your crypto's down 7%, bro. This is Bitcoin right here. Now, what would I have told you if you saw that green on top of the screen? What would I tell you? You need to sell some, right? This is when the dumbasses start buying. So whoever bought this day, complete dumbass. And then look, today we go down. You know, will it stay down? No. You don't buy when the RSI is above 70, especially on a breakout like this. Crazy town, dude. Now it's coming back. So we'll see. Here's your breakout day. Trades the pattern pretty well. It's paid in the pattern better than gold is for sure. So if you look at Bitcoin as shown by the GBTC, which is an ETF that trades Bitcoin, it trades it pretty good, man. There's your breakout, stage 2 run up. Probably topping out here. We'll see. Hey, man, instead of buying more to average down, you should pick your spots and buy on purpose. Wait till it's a logical time to buy when the price has stopped dropping. So if I said to you, hey, don't buy when you see green up here, because that often tends to be the top, and you went and looked and it happened a lot, then you could conclude, well, that seems pretty damn wise. Then you could start to think about that, and you could say, well, what if the opposite was true? What if a good time to buy was after price sold off? And became sport. Now, it didn't get extreme over here. Surprises me. No, too late to short, bro. The shorts were the other day. Shorts were the other day. If you'd have read my damn book, you'd known that. You would already been short, right? So, if you'd have read it, right here. There's your short day right there. Actually, it was right here is where we initiated it, covered our longs on the thing. And then this is the day, and then here we go down. Here's the first target. Yeah, that's where we're going. Let's see. Yeah, if it gets through here, the next level's down. So if you're short, this is your target, right? And you would buy a little bit more. So SPXU. So if you don't know how to do this, pay attention right now. Listen, and you'll figure it out. The SPXU, there's a bunch of these funds. They're called inverse ETFs. Do not buy a bunch of these things. You can mess yourself up. They only go up very little time. So if we go back and look at these over a long period of time, why? Because the market goes up most of the time. So if we go back and we look at these, remember you hear me say the market goes up 70% of the time. Well, look, it went from 17 to 40, up 100%. So this is a weekly chart. 5 weeks, that was the COVID meltdown, right? And then look, last time was way back here. So these things don't work that often. So when you do a short on the market, understand you're betting against, you're basically probably going to lose. This is an inverse to the stock market. This fund goes opposite of the stock market. See what a winning trade that is? See how stupid trying to short a lot is? It doesn't work. So if we turn this around and we look at the SPY on a monthly chart, look, this is the SPY on a monthly chart. This is why buy and hold works, because it goes up 70% of the time, man. Market just goes up, up, up. The problem is these little sell-offs we have in here scare people. And if you're a trader and you're not diversified and you own shit that you don't know what it is and you have large positions and you're all out of whack, blow your account out. So the only purpose of having a short, in my opinion, is to just hedge yourself, just in case. So when it rolls over, we never know. Is this one going to be the big one? I don't know. Most of these don't work. So over here, I put a hedge on. Look what happened. Got busted out, man. So over here, we put one on. What happened? Not much. By the time it came down and came back up, we reversed position, got long the U-Pro, made a little bit of money, hit the target. Now we've come back, took it off, now short again. And all of that is to protect against other positions. Just a way of, you know, in case it does get going. If it does get going, then you'll have some cash. So as you're scaling off here, that cash can be put into the stocks that you like that got smashed, right? Yeah, so Facebook, that one disappoints, bro. I think all these are coming down, man. Great Moogly Moogly. What if you were to inverse ETFs long term? You would go broke. That's a really dumb idea. Yeah, trying to short it it's tough, man. Trying to short is super tough. Do you ever use the hedge as the VIX as a hedge? No. I don't do the VIX. I'm not against the VIX if you like the VIX. So the VIX is up huge today, 20%. What does that mean? That means people are buying protection, okay? So UVXY is one way to trade it. It's up huge, 20%. You know, but here's what I'll caution you on if you're trading the VIX. How do you get out? So here's the last time it ran. Here's the last time it ran. what's your strategy to get out of this? Are you going to take your money today? What if it keeps going? So that's the part about the VIX I don't like. It's not an actual correlation to the market. I can just short the market and I have targets and it trades like a real stock. So if we go back over, it goes up bigger without a doubt. It goes huge. This is why people are attracted to it. But that big ass move right there, you could have done shorten using three, just shorten the actual market. Because if I short the actual market, then I'm able to trust these targets and stuff. This is actually not an actual stock. This shit here you're seeing, this is just a fear gauge. So the main reason I don't use it is it doesn't work in my strategy as far as targets and stuff. And so I'm trying to stay in the money flow, not gamble. So if I'm staying in the money flow, I want to short the market, and now I have targets. These are based on market structure, not people buying fear gauge, not fear. It's the only reason. If VIX is working for you, then do it, man. Typically people that trade the VIX fall into two camps. Complete gamblers, don't know what the hell they're doing, just trying to see what makes the most money. I mean, you could go take a HELOC on your house and open up a margin account and add to it with your credit card and then buy options short on the market. I mean, if you just want to get the biggest bang for your buck. Or they're really sophisticated traders. They tend to fall in two different camps. What happened to Lyft? All right, bro. You're gonna have to start hanging out with your boys, drinking beer, and looking at porn on the internet, and follow up on your investments. You should know what happened to Vic yesterday. There's a little bit of a problem in California if you haven't noticed a court case. Go read. There's a court case in California that could drastically affect these companies. It's bad. Plus COVID, if you haven't noticed, the COVID cases are going way up. And we have an election. So there's a lot of shit setting up to really do damage to the rideshare business, which sucks. I have a bunch of money in the rideshare. So between COVID, the election, car sales are through the roof, which means less people are going to be using rideshares. Basically, everything that could be bad is bad. Ride shares are down, lockdowns, court cases against them. The list goes on and on. Yeah, bro. Don't buy the VIX unless you really, if you feel you're an elite level trader, then VIX will probably work for you. To the 15-minute chart. All right, bro. You're about to get blocked. 15-minute chart. That's it, man. That's all we got. Market looks terrible. I'm looking to add to ABV when it eventually stops dropping. I'm looking to add to Gilead eventually when it stops dropping. I'm looking to add to Exxon when it stops dropping. I'm looking to add to ET when it stops dropping. These are all going straight down. I'm looking to add to Intel. I'm looking to add to Iron Mountain. Woo! This is ugly, man. I'm looking to add to Cisco when it stops dropping. Everything looks terrible. OPK. I have not closed this, but I'm probably about to close most of it. Let's see. LMT. Whipple comes in with some shit going straight down. It's not low enough, Whipple. 32 RSI. Don't jump the gun. They got medicine for that. Can't buy this yet, man. I like it. I like it. Woo! I'm I'm afraid to go log in now, man. Cruise line. Should we buy cruise liners? Oh, CCL looks good. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. It's just bad, dude. Told you that Microsoft was coming down. SFT. Woo! It's almost like I'm Nostradamus or something. Told you that was coming down. You'll be able to buy that Microsoft at about 200 here soon. Oh, my dear SPG, you're just asking for just asking for punishment. So the only good thing about the stock, you're sitting right at this support level, which has been a low for a long time. It's a little early for me, but if this level holds, I'd feel real good about that. So, he said, OnlyFans. Jeez, Louise. I want to buy some AT&T, man, but I feel like if I jump in today, I'm just doing it early. Let's let these things come down. Holy moly, man. There is a blue light special. Yeah. Will life ever go back to normal? I don't think so, bro. If it does, you're going to look back and go, I can't believe I didn't buy Ford at $2. Am I stupid? Remember I hated Ford at $3 and now it's $7. Or let's see, what did it get to in the March lows? And I hated it. Got to $4 and I was so sick. I couldn't even bring myself to buy any. And it went from like $4.50, it doubled. It went up 100%. So go back. If you get yourself a little weirded out, man, if all this kind of gets to you, because it can. I'm a grown man. I've traded 20 years. I'm going to be honest. I've had moments that just shook me. And I just said, hey, I'm not even looking, and I just need to go cry. If you go look, as long as you got good companies, look, Ford, which is a shitty company, went all the way to $4. And at its lowest low, when everybody couldn't take it, is when we could have been buying it, and then it went to $8. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like the companies you're in, you ain't got to puke them out, man. You could just hold them, but wait for them to set up, right? Let this little sell-off happen. Let them get in. Because it'll come, and then it'll run, man. I'm holding Nokia, man, right now. I mean, it's literally back to where I got in, okay? So that decision I don't think needs to be made today. Yeah, bro, Nico, everything is coming down, homie. The whole planet is coming down. Earnings don't matter. Where's Etsy? Damn, this stock does not want to come down. I was trying to short this stock. It does not want to come down. I think I'm going to close that short. Wells Fargo. Woo. Oh, my God. JP Morgan. All right. That's it. We're all thoroughly depressed. There's not a single sector that looks like it's worth buying. Everything looks like shit. So get your favorite list together, man. That's all you can do in times like this, is just get your favorite list together. Look at that. DraftKings just turned positive. Uh-oh. DraftKings is now positive. Look at this. DraftKings just went positive. What does that tell you? Drop this down to a 1-hour chart, and we'll day trade DraftKings. So on a 15-minute chart, you got a stage 2 breakout. Woo. You see how no matter what chart I go to, this thing is still beat up, depressed? I mean, let's take it down to a 1 minute chart. Yep, I'd still wait. Back to the daily. Good tree service. I told you I'd come cut trees down for you, Mel. It's gotta stop freezing. Man said, good question. What's a good number to add to have in your favorites list? Well, in the past, I would have told you, focus on one or two. Today's world, there is no cost to buy. So, I mean, you could just buy one share across the board. If you got 10 favorite stocks, you put in, $1,000. You just buy one of this one, two of that one of this one, two of that one. You just spread your money out. In the past, where we would pay $10, $20 every transaction fee, I used to be really selective, and I would build one or two stocks a year. I would wait for these sell-offs. I wouldn't sell anything in my buy and hold, and I would target one or two stocks, and that's the ones that I would focus on. Now, you can truly spread your money out across a bunch of stocks very easily. I mean, you could buy one share of Spotify, one share of McDonald's, 2 shares of Direct. Like, you can just spread it out, That's a game changer to me as a guy that used to pay $50, $60 a round turn. When I first started trading, you paid $60 a round turn. You know what that meant? It meant you didn't do dumb shit because it cost you $60 to click the button. Cost you $30 to buy and $30 to sell. And so you had to think through what you're doing. You know what I mean? So where's Taco? That's on the list. God, this is brutal, dude. Yeah, Taco looks good. So that's good. Probably going to have to close this silver trade out. I may give this a minute. So I haven't closed silver out yet. We may give it a minute here. See what it does today. All right, you guys be good, man. What's the percentage of profile to be used as a hedge? I treat it as a regular stock. I don't get crazy on the short side because most of the hedges don't work. So for me, it's just a way of making, in a perfect world, I'll be able to flip it out of it and buy some good stocks, Yeah, OPK technically is on a sell signal, bro. I haven't sold any yet, though. I'm kind of watching this little level at this point. The risk is you hold this into tomorrow and we gap down and then you start taking a bath on it. We've had a good trade. I would take all that you don't want to ride down off the table right now. I mean, this is a trading stock for me. I don't think it's going to zero or anything like that. So I'll take it down to a small position and I'd be cool letting it come down. So don't let these down days mess with your mind. There's always an up day and there's always another bull market, man. I promise. You guys be good. Been trading a long time. How did it feel in 2008? It sucked ass, bro. Like, how you supposed to feel? Went straight down for 2 years. Thing about COVID went down a couple months. You guys got off easy. In 2008, it just never stopped going. It took 2 years to go down. It didn't drop as big. Thing about COVID that was so shocking was how fast it did it. In the past, it would take months and months and months. 2008 was just this long, year and a half drag down. COVID, it just went straight down. Like, that was what was shocking about COVID, is how fast it went down. Link not working for the ebook, bro. It's because I don't like you. No, send me a DM with your email. I'll send it to you, man. I disabled the link. You guys be good. Now, 2008 was terrible, or it was a great time to buy cheap stocks. Depends on how you look at it today, how you look at it. Be good. YouTube. Let's set this up. What is going on, man? Can't see comments on YouTube while I'm on there. My closing Vine. Well, if you're in the Money Flow group, you get texts from me on shit I close. I don't get as weirded out by down moves as everybody else. They don't last that long. Some stocks I do, and some I'm still building up. Like, I don't have that big a position, so I don't want to necessarily close it. Um, and some of these, like my sizes are way smaller than everyone else. Like I don't let any trade be more than like 2% of my entire account. Let's see, BYNE. Yeah, this is gonna probably be at least taking it down some. I wait till about 11 o'clock though. So too early for me. I don't like to do things at the open. Man, it's when all the kids and the drunk people and the drunk Asians and people trading the futures, and you gotta let all that settle in and let the rational people come to work, people that run hedge funds and own insurance companies and got the big money, let them figure out what they think. Because we want to trade with the smart money, not the crazy Asians, which is what you have going on in the futures market, man. You got the futures moving around stocks. That's not even stocks. That's a derivative of stocks. You know, when futures move, that's not the stocks being sold. The stocks are being readjusted to the futures. And the people doing that, it ain't me, it ain't you. Who the hell's doing it? A lot of them are, you know, in Asia or Europeans. And so I like to let the sane people come to work in New York and figure out what we're doing. I want to buy more Apple, huh? Apple, huh? Let's see. Yep. That's where it should come. It's taking its sweet ass time to go down there. You see that? Pay attention to these stocks that don't want to go down. Look at Zynga. It doesn't want to go down. That's good, right? That's like a good sign. The problem is, and I've done this in the past, I start loading up on these, anticipating the turnaround, and then they finally break because all the other stocks got hit so bad, people go to these for their little piggy bank, you know? So nothing wrong with nibbling at this or adding to this. This is up pretty good. So just keep that in mind. Like, don't get crazy adding to them because they still could break, you know? No, I mean, the election is what it is. I just stay the course, man. I just do what I do. No matter what political events are happening, just do what you do. That's all you can do, man. We can't try to gauge because we don't have any way of knowing. I mean, what edge would we have on the politics? EYN's going down. Fuck. I don't even want to log in, dude. Ugh. Terrible. That's it. I like Zynga, though. Ticker for Raytheon, RTX. Close 70-80% of all trades. There you go. Yeah, I'm at about 20% cash. All right, guys. Be good.